Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of the KotaKast with KingKota. I'm KingKota. I played the KotaKast today. I'm here with my first guest, who was my second guest yesterday, but we had technical difficulties, so they're here today. I'm here with Carson the Crusher. Carson, how are you doing today?
Neo, doing very good. It's in a bit of 4-way in BFG. Monty Fatu nearly spiked me to death, so that wasn't good.
Well, that's Monty Fatu for you.
Yeah.
Anyways, I do have a few questions. My first question is, when you started off in this VRC wrestling community, do you remember the first company you were in?
Oh my.
You can think about it as long as you want as I try to learn how to turn on this strong volume.
Oh, wait, I'll go back.
There you go.
How do I go back? How do y'all go back?
Sleepy, shut up, we can hear you.
Foxy's company, WWE, or VWE. There's one of those two.
Very, very interesting. Those are two great companies. I don't know about Foxy's because, Foxy fired me. But VWE is, one of the greater companies. So, my next question being here today. You are a VWE Hall of Famer with obviously myself, Vince, but also with Death Door, Cryptics, Liv, Randy, and Big Red. Is there a time, and you have to answer this when I fix my stick drift, is there a time where you remember yourself being one of the greatest?
I don't really remember being the greatest. Well, the camera's all the way over there.
I know,
but
my side eyes can still see you, so you're good.
Those are my favorite moments.
That's interesting. Being a Hall of Famer has some, priorities to it, which you will have when we have another VW Hall of Famer, Vince, coming up in the later episodes here. Tonight, I do plan on getting everyone in the podcast, whether they like it or not. So, speaking of that VWE...
More PP.
So, who said that? Hi, Lobo. Speaking of VWE, knowing that you are in VWE, is there any downsides? Because we know you're playing Maven, and there's been reports backstage that every time you go into VWE, you've been getting called bald. Would you like to explain a little bit more on that?
Yeah, that's Elijah broke at WrestleMania.
No, John Cena, I like the man, but I don't like that he calls me Michael Jordan while smacking my bald head.
I mean, that's the purpose for... That's literally part of your character.
Yeah, but...
Okay, W.
Lobo, I can hear you, wherever you are. John. That's where I'm calling from. But...
that hate makes me better. Hate makes me...
But as we saw... You watched one of the episodes of VWE NXT, right? When the Hardy Boys left NXT and the Larry Black versus the KotaKast match, right? You've watched that episode, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you were there. You were playing Maven. Can you tell the viewers why was Maven out
You
there?
have to the Brawl Stars.
Lobo, I can hear you. Why was Maven there in the opening promo?
Because Maven likes security. Yeah. And, he just said, since Libby Black has...
Yo, turn off your damn Brawl Stars.
Continue.
But...
Oh, my bad.
What is the topic?
Why was Maven out there during the
Oh,
opening brawl?
yo.
Same thing.
Lizzie Black has, her family, I'm personally Carson Brooks, so. No!
Yo, get off Clash Royale, bro.
But, so I had to, me personally, Carson Brooks, I would help, Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, because, that, but Maven had to help KotaKast.
And do you think it was a possible of when, not if, you had to help?
It wasn't an if.
You want to help me with my podcast over here?
It was a win. I had to do it that night.
So what do you think about?
And you think that maybe... Now, didn't you think that maybe Randy would go after them, or even Seth? Because if you remember, Seth Rollins and CM Punk were kind of in the same faction when they during that episode of NXT. Do you think that maybe they could have helped? But also, we saw Seth Rollins stomp CM Punk. So what are your thoughts about that? Also,
That was confusing, man. I mean, I was confused when that happened, man. I mean,
My charger cord is around my wiener. It's jerking me off.
the long pause.
No cube, all target.
And knowing that we were gonna have one of our guests who plays CM Punk coming up in the later episodes, so maybe this will be a topic I'll have to we address here in later future. Now earlier you did speak about being in VFG, and you did speak about Daniel. Now Daniel, as we know, on Call of Destiny had a main event match against Bryson Higgins, where you betrayed BHC, and the rest was history. Now it looks like Daniel doesn't need you. Is there a possible suspicion why Daniel doesn't need you, and is there a way that maybe you can win Daniel back on your side?
I helped Daniel. If it wasn't for me, Bryson would be the champion now, and he says that he hates me after all this I did for him. He hates me, so I hate him because he hates me. You know why?
Why?
He hates me because he said after he trained me, I still wasn't good enough. I've been working my ass off for all the companies, but yet he still says I can't wrestle.
Well, when I have my later guest, ladies and gentlemen, when I have my later guest in Daniel coming up in these next few episodes, we're going to address that situation a little bit further. But my next question is, this is kind of a what-if question. What if BHC betrayed you and you stayed with Bryson while BHC went to Daniel? Because before you joined VFG, it was kind of BHG and Daniel called the Upper Pinnacle, and they were scheduled to win tag team titles when we didn't even have tag team titles at this point. And now that Daniel is a former world champion and BHG is kind of gone from VFG at the moment, my question is, in your opinion, what was to happen if the roles were reversed?
If that happened, I'd be the best in the world.
A few more questions here before we sign off from episode 1.
Yeah.
It's been reported on VFG that, DCW members are coming, and as we saw, as apparently I wasn't there because, I'm not allowed to show up to VFG because they don't want me to. We saw, apparently by you, Manu Fatu show up tonight, a member of the Island of Pain, and a member of DCW. Can you tell us your thoughts about that?
He's dangerous. I jumped off the ambulance because, there's an ambulance in there. Spiked me midair.
Two more questions here. Two more questions.
Yeah.
Do you think before VFG ends in August, you will have a shot to either face Daniel or go